be breaking news. I need the mic.
Go ahead.
Northwestern has fired Coach Fitzgerald.
There it is. There it is.
We'll come back to the UFC.
All right,
come back to
we're
UFC.
switching. Okay.
We're coming right back to Gassy, but we have to talk about this because that's breaking news. Thoughts, Mike?
Okay, so much needed firing. So we were going to talk about this, obviously, since I mentioned it before. So, Muller, I want you to talk about everything because I didn't know about this until today, and it's pretty wild. And honestly, I think it's hilarious, but it's fucked up and it's wild, and it's very disturbing. It's disturbing, and he deserved to get fired for these reasons that Muller is going to talk about right now.
Well, it's bad. So supposedly it's been going on for a while, but like Northwestern,
a couple
their
years.
hazing has just been one. Like they go hand in hand. Northwestern hazing. They're trying to put a lot of money into their program the last couple of years, and all they've done is created like one big brothel essentially. Because supposedly, whenever freshmen or first year players would mess up in practice or whatever, like all of a sudden they Shrek clap that shit, and all of a sudden,
what do you think the Shrek clap is like? By the way, is it just like
I bet they just go.
It's got to be something just because the guy said over the head like.
I think it's that.
Fully explain to the viewers what a Shrek clap is.
I'm going to look it up. But they called it the Shrek clap, but continue. That's part of it.
So, when they would mess up, they would have a thing called the running. Now, the running would be they take that person to a dark room, and basically they were dry humping them. Now, I don't want to speculate on what exactly happened in the said dark room, but they would wear like the masks from what was that movie, The Purge, and they would come and get them out of the room and drag them to this dark room and dry hump them, which is terrible. That makes no sense at all. I thought this was football. And then they had the other thing. What was it called? Oh, also they would call it. So there was Thanksgiving and Christmas. Yeah, it would be Runsgiving and Runsmas. So instead of giving each other like a secret Santa, well, they did give them a little bit of a secret Santa. They would give them the stuffing. They would give them the present.
Cranberry sauce.
Yeah, they gave them everything, bro. They gave them everything, bro. They basically played what's that game called? Dickless Chicken.
Oh my god.
You ever hear Theo Von talk about it?
No.
So you basically pull your pants. So Theo Von said this, not me.
Okay.
All right. Shout out Theo Von.
Theo Von. Okay.
He said he would play this when he lived in this. Well, he still lives in the South and everything, but down in Louisiana, and basically you have your pants down and you walk towards each other, and first one to get hard loses.
That's an awful. That sounds
terrible
like a
game.
Louisiana
Terrible
game.
Play. But that's up there with what these guys were doing. It's just a stupid thing that they were doing, and now their coach is fired. And honestly, I don't understand why they were even doing this, because if all the upperclassmen who were probably playing more than the underclassmen, if the underclassmen were messing up, they should have been the ones getting dry humped, because if I'm not mistaken, they were like 1-11 last year. So
there was a lot of Shrek clapping and
1-11 and this stuff was going on, bro. They must have been in shambles.
Yeah. So
when
they would mess up, apparently this is what happened, and this was actually this was said by guys who played there years ago. So, and they said even the coach would do this Shrek clap on the sideline when they actually scored or did something good. And they'd be like, yo, like, this guy knows. Like, he knows. So, oh, my God, where was I going with this? But essentially now, what else they would do...
well, Fitzgerald played at Northwestern, by the way.
Oh, my God.
So he was definitely doing this stuff.
So
he knows
this could be a long-time tradition then. Now, this is interesting because there are some players, obviously, from Northwestern in the league, like Peter Scaranci, who just got drafted, Rashawn Slater, who just got drafted. Do you not think that there's going to be, like... they're going to have to talk to this about them, like during interviews, post-game, pre-game conferences. Like, this has to happen. They're going to get pressed.
They will, and I think that it's come out this spring, so they might not have been a part. I don't want to say they weren't a part of it because I'm sure that it's happened to them, but the former players, there was a couple of interviews, and they said that it was always like just good. It was just like a funny
team bonding.
It was like a funny
That's
thing.
what they said.
They said it was never like, oh, you have to do it or like any of this stuff. It was never like crazy like that. But like the people they said that they think people just took it too far recently.
You think?
And well, listen, Mike, I'm not saying this should have happened. Because if I was on the team, I would have transferred day one.
Absolutely.
The moment they tried to get me to do this, I would have been out of there. I would have quit. I might not even go back to college. I would have just been like, I'm done.
So
I'm done. I might just become a lifeguard. Go to the beach.
I was listening to this video, and they also said when they would mess up, the freshmen, they would strip down naked, and they'd be in the showers, and they would do huddles.
The car wash.
The car wash. That's
what they called it.
And they would have like a fire hose, and they would spray the players.
Yeah, they said it hurt.
Center, you would have. Of course, that hurts. You would have a center, balls deep, just hanging, and a quarterback with his top left hand, just like placed right under his sack, right under his taint, bro. Just waiting to get a hike in the shower, and then hand it off to a running back, butt ass naked, running in the shower, getting sprayed with a fire hose. What is this, dude? Is this fucked up that I think this is like, it's so messed up. Like, this is like, you can't make this up, dude. Like, who does this?
Here's the worst part of it all to me. So, like, we're sitting here, we're laughing, but it's terrible.
It's disgusting.
This coach, before he was fired, the president was like, oh, I might have messed up on the punishment. Oh, you think? The dude was allowing this to happen, and you gave him a 2-week suspension.
2-week suspension.
Oh, your players are basically assaulting each other, and you know what? Slap on the wrist. 2 weeks. No pay.
2-week suspension.
What?
I'm telling you, I feel like the NCAA and the NFL, when it comes to like sexual abuse and sexual assault, they're like, you know what? No, it's got to be less than a year. It's got to be 2 to 6 weeks.
Which is crazy.
But once you gamble on something, you're done.
You're done. You're out.
You're done.
So
what's going on here?
What's crazy about this coming out today and all this stuff is that you remember that Nasser guy?
Yes, I do.
Did you see that?
The gymnast coach?
Yeah, he got stabbed in the neck, the back, and in the chest today in prison. Yep.
Good.
Yep. And he survived. So
he survived?
Yeah, so it's gonna happen again probably. Give or take a month or so.
You might as well just end it there, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen again. I don't want to go through this again. Just find a way.
When he came back to, probably the doctor's probably like, unlucky lad. That's a bummer. That you were wishing you weren't going to see me again.
Yeah, right.
But anyways, let's get back to UFC.
That is the scandal. We'll get some more news soon. But as I was driving out to work, Mahler was like, yo, we need to talk about this. And I was like, what scandal? He goes, dude, just look it up. I'm like, okay. So I put it on, and this redneck guy is reading this article to me, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, what? Why have I not heard about this? This is fucking insane. So, one more thing. Me and Gas talked about this. So, with hazing, like, we know it's a thing. Listen, there are probably other football teams that actually do this. Not exactly what they did.
Yeah, you think they're all doing it? No,
of course not.
They're making them run around down a field with a cookie in their butt. And then eating it. Blue Mountain State stuff.
So, okay, no.
I was just going to say, this sounds like Blue Mountain State.
See, but I'm okay with that. Give me the cookie in the butt. I don't want to be...
But you have to eat it after. You got to eat it after.
Yeah, that's whatever. That's so much better than your teammates dragging you to a room and doing what they did.
Now, Gassy, now we'll put you on the spot, bro, because we talked about this, and I remember I was like, listen, like, I don't condone hazing, but like, if you did have to haze, it would be like just make someone just drink a bottle of Latin and just like call it a day.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's better than what they were doing.
I think it's better. It's also like it's funny because it would be more dangerous to make someone drink
Literally,
like
and this is-
extreme amounts of alcohol, but like it just sound like what they did at Northwestern just sounds worse. You know, the optics are worse. Optics are a big thing.
Like physicality wise, like
The
physical
fire hose.
danger?
I will say the fire
That
hose is
is-
not great.
Yeah, no, that's
not good. It's no Epstein's Island, but it's I don't know. It's not
Guys, we
great.
gotta move on. Let's go. We thought we got into
We got
a
into the
bad-
Taylor Swift rabbit hole.
We got down that hole. This is a hole I don't want to come.